So this is Quarantine Time with Galen, talking about positive news stories of things that are happening out there. Also just creative, cool ideas of stuff that people can do individually while they're navigating time at home, either companies or with your friends and that kind of stuff. And then also sharing resources. There's a lot of free resources out there being released for people just to have access to things at home. So sharing all of those things. And yeah, this has been really fun. I think this is episode 6, 5, I'm not sure, but it's been really cool. So just to kick things off here. Tea that I've got today is sweet coconut Thai. Oh, Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Delicious. No splash of bourbon today, in case anybody's wondering about that. Good. And so every Thursday and every Monday and every Thursday at 11 a.m. PST, we are live with this deal. So hi, Jay. Yes, good. Okay, let's just kick it off. So some positive stories and things that are happening out there recently. Author J.K. Rowling of the Harry Potter series is trying to make homeschooling and being at home more bearable and awesome. So she just released the virtual Wizarding World. There's a bunch of resources and stuff out there for kids, and also like has relaxed some copyright restrictions, so educators can post videos of themselves reading Harry Potter and that kind of stuff too. So that's a very, very cool thing to do. I have a couple friends who are obsessed with Harry Potter. Another story, Guy Fieri has teamed up with the National Restaurant Association Educational Foundation and launching the Restaurant Employee Relief Fund, which is very cool. They're raising money to give one-time $500 grants to people in the in the restaurant industry. People have been impacted. I have a lot of friends that work in the restaurant service industry that are without work right now. And so that's a really, really cool thing. I love that. Guy Fieri does a lot of cool stuff. I don't know why people give him a hard time because of spiky hair, but he does a lot of really cool stuff. I think he's a good guy. Cool. Let's see who's here. Sam's here. Hello. Great Clips franchise. Yes. Hello. Who else is here? Christy. And Sax. Oh, and Sax. I loved you guys. It was so fun to work with you. That's very cool. As other people like, David. Oh, hey, Dave. Cool. But yeah, Tricklin, people say where you're from, where you're geographically located, and like what company you're with or whatever. So cool. Moving on. Lamb Research. They've got a big presence here in Portland, but they're a global company. They do like semiconductor. They make big, fancy technical. They do technology stuff, and it's great. But they're doing a lot of donations of PPE equipment to hospitals and stuff like that. Also, they have over 10,000 employees globally, and they just released a statement saying that over the next couple of weeks, to all of their employees in the entire company that are permanent employees below the director level, they're sending them $1,000, and that is either for their own needs, so they can help pay their own bills and stuff like that, and also encouraging people to contribute and share and stimulate the economy, but also just like find other places where they can help people that are being impacted. I thought that was like a very cool thing, like to highlight companies that are just like doing great stuff. And that, I think for them, that's a pretty big investment. I love to see companies kind of stepping up, taking care of their people and doing it. So I thought that was a very awesome story. Cool. Digital Mirage. There was a free online music festival that happened this last weekend, and they raised over $250,000 for the Sweet Relief Musicians Fund, which is also people that are not just musicians, but also people that work in the music industry. So just people that work in the industry that are impacted and out of work right now, struggling. So I'm raising a lot of money to help them too, which is like very cool. I love it. To see so many things, so many instances of people coming together, helping people, reaching out, just like on a very like micro level, like in my friend group and people in my network, doing a lot of good, and then just like big companies globally and stuff too. Iowa. Cool. You're in Iowa. Yeah. What we aren't doing in response to the crisis. Interesting. Always a hot topic. Okay, cool. So switching into the Camp Corey's here. Hi, Camp Corey. You guys are great. So talking about like creative ideas for staying afloat and different things that people can do while they're at home, navigating time at home, and not getting driven crazy by your kids and family and or being totally isolated from people. So, and again, I think it's good to like break up your normal routines, do things you don't normally do, journal, go outside for walks, stretch, do exercises, like whatever. I think it's good to just like find something new and creative. I think helps to sort of like stretch the elastic band of our brains and do things different and sort of like stimulate our brains with different things. So I have a few friends that are way into cooking stuff that are doing a lot more cooking things. It's fine. I have a couple that I know of that they're going to both bake a pie together, like over FaceTime, because they're in different cities right now. But I thought that was a really kind of neat idea. Also, Emily, who's on my team, who does all of our social media website kind of stuff, the reason that all of our things look so great, she just launched something. She's a fantastic baker, chef, cook person, and she just launched on Instagram a page called Quarantine Test Kitchen, and it's like everything is like whole food, desserts, everything, but it's all gluten-free, it's all vegan, and she is incredible. The pictures are like high quality and amazing. Oh, Michelle, hi from Bend. And I highly recommend you go follow that and look at. She made some donuts this last weekend that I was like drooling over. They looked amazing. But Emily's fantastic. They're all like really great pictures. Also, she has like a quote on the page that is like, I never envisioned the apocalypse would involve this much baking, and everything that she puts in there, she includes recipes and stuff like that. So encourage you to go check that out. Just like a very awesome thing happening. So something our team is doing, not all of us, a few of us, most of us, I think, are doing something called the Whole Life Challenge. And it is, Emily sort of turned us onto this, but it's a 12-week at-home sort of course, and it involves like drinking water, getting enough sleep, food, like mindfulness and stretching and that kind of stuff. And it's like you sort of like log this thing. I'm not 100% familiar with what it is, but they're launching something on April 11th, and we're going to get into it. I think it's just like an opportunity to be really focused on physical health, mental health, getting into like a routine of just like being more healthy. So yeah, we're going to jump into that. It's cool, and you can get on it, and it keeps track. It's like an app, so it keeps track of your progress and what you do, along with like a group or a team or your family or a company or like a rival company. You guys could both go in it, and it would like show you scores of like your team versus them. So it just keeps track of stuff, and you can sort of compete. But yeah, I thought that was a cool sounding idea. So if anyone is going to do that, you should let us know. We'll be on there. We should like compete to be more healthy. It seems, I don't know, it seems fun. So cool. Yay. Okay. What else is happening out there? Oh, an update about Kahoot. I mentioned that I did a Kahoot, the app that does like trivia and stuff like that, on FaceTime. And last night with a group of my friends, I think there was 13 or 14 of us, we did a trivia night using Kahoot. So we were all on a video call together. And then we also everybody had Kahoot on their phones. And me and a friend of mine, we created a bunch of like trivia categories and questions, and we went through and everybody like answered the questions on their phone. It was really fun. There was a lot of smack talk, but it was really creative. It was like really good quality time. I was laughing my face off. One of the categories we did was getting baby pictures from everybody and then being like, who am I? And people would guess like whose baby picture that was. It was incredible. So I highly recommend. Just it worked out. I used it and it was great. Cool. So, today's affirmation, Carrie does the affirmation challenge for April. Today's affirmation is, I find inspiration in everyday life. How apropos everyday life is kind of, sitting around in your house and doing things and sort of like finding inspiration there. I think it's great. So I've been doing this like read list, watch list, listen, and stuff like that. So reading list, I'm going to add a series that I burned through. I love this book. I love the books. They were really well written. It's kind of like it's a young adult sort of fantasy, like dragons and swords kind of thing, but Eragon. If you haven't read that book and you're into this, like, I think Harry Potter, Hunger Games-y kind of like, but I loved it, man. I wish there was like 50 more books in that series. I burned through them. Highly recommend. I loved it. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that. My cat is old and has like respiratory problems, and so she coughs like she's dying all the time. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's funny. Don't die, okay? I'm trying to do a thing. Little pinky. Okay, watch list. Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit was incredible if you haven't seen it. Taika Waititi, the director of that, he is incredible. He's brilliant. I love his writing, directing, his acting. He's in it. That's a fantastic one. For listen, Brene Brown came out with a new podcast. I don't know if you guys have checked it out. It's called Unlocking Us. I have not gotten into it yet. It is like top of my listen list, but she's amazing, brilliant, wonderful. I think she's talking about a lot of stuff that's really relevant right now with all this going on. So highly recommend that. I know, poor Pinky, right? I hope she doesn't cough anymore. She's fine, by the way. She's been doing that for years, so I'm not alarmed. But if you hear it, you're like, oh, God, your cat's dying. Okay, I've got a couple thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up, Ozark. I finished the third season of Ozark this weekend. It was great, classic Ozark fashion. Won't give anything away, but like loved it. Thumbs down, Hunters. That show that came out. All-star cast, looks great. I think Al Pacino. I'm bad with celebrity names, so that might not be wrong. I couldn't get through the first episode. I didn't like it at all. I thought the writing and directing and acting was very over the top. It's like, get it. It's not my style of, I don't know. It just wasn't subtle or clever. There's nothing about it that was intriguing to me. So, yeah, thumbs down on that one. But, not to send hate, I just thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, cool. Moving to the last piece, which is some resources for mental health and physical health and just different stuff that people have access to if they have kids at home, etc. So this actually came from Shauna, one of the people that has been tuning in every week. But Fender is offering 3 months of guitar lessons for guitar, bass, or ukulele. So if you're interested in that, they're offering a bunch of stuff online. Every time that I talk about resources in the show, we will share a link that has all of we'll share links to all the resources in the post so that you can have access to them and find them correctly. But I thought that was really cool. This is a great time. I've been playing a lot more guitar. I've been at home, and it's like having that creative outlet has been great. So I thought that was neat. I'm recircling back to the J.K. Rowling one that I mentioned earlier, but that's a resource if you've got kids at home. I think there's a bunch of stuff on there for kids to enjoy. Nikon is offering all 10 other online classes for free the entire month of April. So interested in photography, they've got a bunch of stuff, top of professionals and stuff like that. They're normally like, I guess, $15 to $50 a piece, and they're all free for this month. So just a cool thing if you're into photography or want to like try out some photography and then abandon it because you don't love it. But I thought that was kind of cool things to say. So yeah, great. That's all I've got for this time. But in closing, I just do want to say this, that like everybody's experiencing what is happening right now very differently. And I think important to remember that like there are good days, there are bad days. This is just it is what grief feels like. It's loss, it's uncertainty, it's chaos and crisis and everybody's sort of experiencing this differently. So I think something that's important right now is like be gentle with people. I know everybody likes to have a lot of opinions, but don't shame people for working out or not working out or starting to play guitar or starting a business right now. Or like I think people can do whatever they need to do to sort of like manage this and take care of themselves. And I think it's important for everybody to remember, like, take care of you first. Let other people take care of themselves. And if you're gonna like raise your voice and like say something, do it to help, not to like criticize other people in the way that they're navigating this, because there's a lot of shit going on and it's not easy stuff. And so like be gentle, be kind, have empathy, reach out and help, like put your voice and energy in that space. I think it's more productive and awesome. So want to say that. So every Thursday, every Monday, 11 a.m. PST, doing these quarantine time Galen things. We have also, just if you're interested, my YouTube channel that we're on right now, I have a ton of videos about business stuff and leadership and culture. That's like what I do is working with teams. And every Tuesday morning, I have an email that goes out Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. With just a 3, 4, 5 minute quick video. The one coming out tomorrow is around like leadership and like great leadership in a time of crisis and uncertainty and great change. And so like what that takes in leadership presence and how to show up in that space. So if you're interested, you can find that on my website, which is shiftyes.com. Just if you're interested, subscribe to our channel. We're going to be doing this. So I will see you guys again on Thursday. Thank you for being here. Before I leave, I'm going to like just cruise through and like see other people. Christy, Shauna, yes, thank you guys for tuning in. Sam, Tracy, so good to see people. Yeah, thank you guys for being here. I love you. Take care of yourselves. All right, see ya.